Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So iCarly, they made a reboot, and when I was a kid I would always watch iCarly. I was a big fan of the show, so I was super happy when they decided to make a reboot of it. So yeah, so I finished season 1 and I also finished watching the reunion episode. So I'm just gonna go from my reaction to the iCarly reboot and the reunion. So let's start off with the reunion. So the first thing I noticed was that Sam was missing. I was wondering where she was, but after seeing her, I think, doing interviews, I totally understand why she wasn't in the reunion or why she's not gonna be in the reboot, because her mom was always the one pushing her to act, and she was supposed to take care of her household. And when her mom passed, I guess she gave up acting, and there were other reasons as well. You can check it out in her interviews. There's a lot of details and everything, so I totally understand her reasons. And then another thing that I noticed is that Dan Schneider's name was in the credits still. I thought he got let go because of all the foot fetish things, or just some other things going on with him. So I thought he was let go, but I guess because he's the creator of the show, that his name will always be in the credits. And oh my god, Freddie has a beard now. I also really liked Miranda's yellow suit. It looked really good and it was so classy looking. I also liked how they kept the soda robot. And oh my, I remember when One Direction was on iCarly. Carly was definitely the first YouTuber, and I just want to say that I like how they added more diversity to the show. And Spencer is such a character on the show. He's so funny, and it's so funny to know that Freddie is back to living with his mom. I also found the name of his daughter, Millicent, to be such a unique name. So let's move on into the episodes of the iCarly reboot, starting off with episode 1. So I like how they're updating everything, and now they are recording off an iPhone and they're doing lives off of YouTube. The huge red blanket that Carly had looks so comfy, and I found Luke and Carly with their blankets to be so cute. And oh, they brought back baby Spencer, so cute and so funny. Okay, let's move on to episode 2. I found it so funny when Freddie said to his haters Mom, I'm doing my best. I also really like the ice cream bench, and I found it so funny Freddie and Spencer doing Zumba. In episode 2, I like how they touched on cancel culture, making memes, quickly making a profit once you get fame, and quickly making a profit off of merch, old posts that you made that are now offensive, influencers, social media, likes, and overall being offended by everything. In episode 5, I was like, yay, Neville's back! I love everybody's robot outfits, and I found it so cool how Carly's dress turned into a wedding dress. In episode 6, I was like, oh yeah, I remember Principal Franklin. It was good seeing him again in this episode. In episode 8, Spencer fixing the bridesmaid castle on set was so funny, and I found it so cute how Spencer and Harper were so proud of their participation badges. In episode 9, I always like how they use eye pairs instead of Apple products. And Millicent's bedazzled fish tank is so cute. The sand scheme reminded me of when I got scammed by an insurance company, where when you work for them, they basically just want to find more sellers and they want to use your references. So they'll award you for getting more references or sellers. I also like how they brought back Griffin, because I remember having a crush on him. In episode 10, I found it so funny how Carly and Harper ended up third wheeling, and damn, Harper's cousin and Spencer are moving way too quick. In episode 11, I knew that Harper's cousin's kidnapping was fake, and I like how they brought up Sam in this episode. In episode 12, it was funny seeing Carly scrape off the burnt part of the toast, because I do that when I accidentally burn my toast. I like scrape off all the burnt part. And I also like how they brought back spaghetti tacos in this episode, so iconic. And then lastly, in episode 13, the last episode of season 1, I found it so funny like seeing Bo scratch Spencer's belly when he was acting as a dog. And also I am so happy for Dutch and Harper. And yeah, so those are my thoughts on season 1 and of the reunion. I'm so glad that they brought back a reboot of iCarly, and I like how it's for like people who watched iCarly like as kids. I like how it's for us now. And yeah, so I'm excited for season 2. So I'll see you guys in another video.